The first rule they taught me was this: never write anything down. So the moment I felt my hands shaking as I signed my real name on their clipboard, I knew I had already broken it. I didn't come looking for answers. I came looking for proof. The building didn't have windows, just smooth glass that reflected my own face back at me as the doors sealed shut with a soft, final click. The outside world vanished like a bad memory, and suddenly I was alone with people who smiled too long and blinked too little. They called it an orientation. Inside, the air smelled sterile, recycled, like a hospital pretending to be an office. A man in a crisp uniform greeted me by name before I introduced myself. That should have been my cue to leave. Instead, I followed him down a hallway lined with framed testimonials. Every photo showed the same expression, relief stretched thin over terror, like a mask glued on too tight. "Everything here is voluntary," he said gently. The doors behind us locked anyway. At first, it was harmless. Personality tests, simple questions. Do you feel misunderstood? Do you believe you could be more? Each answer earned a nod, a note, a quiet smile. The machine they hooked me up to hummed softly, its needle twitching whenever my pulse spiked. They told me it was measuring stress. I later realized it was measuring fear. Days passed, or maybe hours. Time behaved strangely inside those walls. No clocks, no phones, just schedules that changed without explanation. They began repeating things I had told no one. My childhood fears, private regrets, dreams I'd forgotten having. "You've said this before," I whispered, when a woman repeated my own words back to me, verbatim. She tilted her head. "You're remembering." At night, I heard whispers through the vents, not voices, recordings, my voice, confessions I didn't remember making, played back slowly, distorted, as if something was practicing how to sound like me. That's when I noticed the people who tried to leave. They'd sit in the common room afterward, staring straight ahead, smiles frozen, eyes empty. When I asked one of them what happened, he leaned in close and whispered, "They found the part of me that wanted to run and removed it." I tried to escape on my 7th day. The exit door didn't resist. It opened easily, welcomingly. Outside, the street looked normal, too normal. Cars passed in silence. Pedestrians walked without faces, their features blurred like unfinished drawings. Behind me, a familiar voice spoke. "You're still inside." I turned and saw myself standing there, wearing their uniform, smiling calmly. "You don't infiltrate this place. You're processed." The world folded inward. The building reassembled around me. The doors sealed. Applause echoed down the halls. Now I understand the real horror. They don't trap you with walls. They trap you by convincing you that the version of yourself who wants to leave is the one thing you can't afford to lose. And I can't stop smiling long enough to warn anyone else.